Hello, Googleization Nation. Welcome to Better Leaders, Better Workplaces, a GGG Unleashed podcast with thought leader Vivian Blade. I'm Ira Wolf.
And I'm Jason Cochran. In each of Vivian's episodes, we'll cover the latest trends and emerging practices around creating resilient workplaces. Let's begin.
Hello, and welcome back to GGG Unleashed, Better Leaders, Better Workplaces. I'm Vivian Blade, President and CEO of Experts in Growth Leadership Consulting and a recognized leadership and resilience thought leader. On this podcast, Better Leaders, Better Workplaces, you'll get the latest insights and proven strategies to help you solve the pressing turnover, burnout, and workplace culture challenges your company is struggling with right now. So if you're a business or HR leader, you don't want to miss an episode. I've been bringing your attention to important strategic areas that need to be front and center for you. The value that is generated from and through HR is one of the areas I know is critically important for this audience. And it was a topic that the Society for Human Resource Management, SHRM, spent a lot of time on during the 2023 annual conference and expo in Las Vegas in June 2023. I was one of the speakers for the SHRM's 2023 annual conference with 25,000 HR professionals strong in attendance. The theme of this year's conference, Drive Change, was focused on the pivotal role the HR profession can and must have in leading this transformational period that we're in. SHRM is challenging HR to pull your seat up to the table and be in front of influencing the direction with which your organization navigates this evolution we're in right now. Every trend we're experiencing now has current and future human capital implications that business leaders must actively manage. Organizations need HR now more than ever to bring your expertise in creating innovative solutions in this era that is so disruptive, yet has so much potential. What does the data tell us on this? Well, IBM and the Josh Bersin company found in their HR 3.0 study that when world-class HR is at the table, companies are 4.5 times significantly more likely to outperform in revenue, 5.5 times significantly more likely to outperform in profitability versus their peers, and 6 times significantly more likely to outperform in innovation. The bottom line? Human capital priorities driven by world-class HR who are at the top of their game directly impact the bottom line. During his closing keynote, Johnny Taylor Jr., President and CEO of SHRM, he emphasized this point. He said, human capital is the most important form of business capital. On the 75th anniversary of SHRM, Johnny Taylor's closing keynote focused on what we can expect over the next 25 years. Human capital is central to the success of our organizations going forward as the workplace is being reinvented. Who are the HR professionals that businesses will need in the coming years? Johnny asked. The clarity with which he laid out these expectations really gives us a good picture of the future of the HR profession. And these were so powerful that I wanted to share these with my community in case you were not in attendance at the conference. To be successful in this new, never normal, you must be an expert and recognized as one in 3 key areas. The first essential skill for HR that Johnny Taylor emphasized is to be a human expert. Know people. Obtain a deep knowledge of and appreciation for who we are as human beings and what people bring to the workplace. When people thrive, organizations can thrive. HR represents the human in human resources. People want to trust their HR professionals with expertise around people, Johnny reinforced. The second essential skill for HR is to be a business expert. Know your organization, how operations really work, and how your organization makes money. Those are foundational. Understanding and being able to talk shop and talk finance at a granular level will allow you to develop and drive innovative and impactful human capital strategies. The third essential skill for HR as we navigate the next 5 to 25 years is to be culture experts. Johnny reminded us that human resources are the nurturers and custodians of culture. What is it really like to work here? People vote with their feet when culture doesn't align with their values or their expectations. You want to be very clear in defining and communicating your culture and ensure that what people experience is congruent with what you say your culture is. Lead intentional focus in this area. Johnny laid out the formula for us. BI, business intelligence, plus HI, human intelligence, equal ROI, return on investment. It's the combination that is so powerful. How can you take action on these strategies we've talked about today? To become a human expert, start with understanding yourself first. Resources like the Why Operating System Discovery and various assessments can help you develop an appreciation for what drives you and what drives human beings at our deepest levels. It will also grow your empathy and appreciation for other people. To develop your business expertise, get curious about how your company works. Get out of your office and spend more time in the business, observing and talking with employees and business partners in different areas. And get involved. They'll begin to see your HR role as essential rather than ancillary. Becoming a culture expert begins with gaining insight into the real experience people have in and with your organization. Culture surveys and informal conversations, those are great places to start. Then as you look to the future, put intentional focus on defining and building a culture where people want to work and where they feel valued. Growing your expertise in these three areas has a significant impact on your ability to have a meaningful seat at the table and that credible, influential voice. Are you ready to be recognized as that HR expert and influential trusted advisor guiding your organization toward the future? I've spent a lot of time working with HR on elevating your influence, and I developed an influence audit to give HR leaders and professionals an idea of how influential others likely perceive you to be. I invite you to complete the audit. Once you do, you'll receive some immediate feedback on your results. Reach out if you have any questions or you want to talk about it. You'll find a link to the influence audit in the show notes. And my Seat at the Table Summit is happening soon, where we'll be working on how to become that trusted advisor with the level of influence you deserve to be recognized for. Let's have a conversation about how we can make this happen for you. We can do this. Thank you for joining me today. I work with organizations to build better leaders and better, more resilient workplaces. Let's work together to enhance yours. And connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm always sharing resources and generating conversations about the topics we talk about on this podcast. I'd love to hear from you. If you're ready to elevate your leadership or would like to bring an inspiring message to your conference or corporate event, let's have a conversation. I'm here to help.
That's it for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in and learning how to develop better leaders and better workplaces. We'll be back next month with Vivian for another episode. But until then, you can access some of Vivian's resources by visiting her website, vivianblade.com. And remember, don't let the shift hit your plans.